Many creatures on this planet are weird and wonderful, but none so much as the octopus. With 9 brains, 8 legs, and 3 hearts, this aquatic animal is one of the most interesting that roams this planet. The common octopus shown in Figure 1 is known scientifically as the Octopus vulgaris and is a member of the cephalopod family. The octopod family is believed to have originated from the area that used to be an inland ocean and is now known as the Appalachians. The fossil that was initially described as the earliest octopus is called the Pulsepia mazanensis. The fossil of this species, which has been dated to 296 million years ago, was found in Illinois and is now on display in a Chicago museum. However, the belief that this species was the first octopus is contested by a 2019 paper written by a team of scientists from multiple countries, which claim that the Pulsepia may not be the earliest octopod, since the fossil found more closely resembles a 10-legged creature called the Joletschia juglaceae that lived at the time. Instead, the Pulsepia may actually simply be a damaged Joletschia fossil and not an early octopus. It has even been contested that the Pulsepia was a cephalopod or a mollusk at all. A 2018 study even suggests that the octopus originally came from outer space, confirming that the evolutionary origins of the Octopus vulgaris truly are debated and are not yet concrete. Therefore, although the Pulsepia found in today's Appalachians region is considered by many to be the earliest octopus, this belief is contested and can only give us a vague idea of the mysterious origins of the species. Nowadays, octopuses exist in many different species and geographic locations and are found in every ocean in the world and along every coast of the United States. The Octopus vulgaris lives in tropical, subtropical, and temperate waters at a depth of 100 to 150 meters. At this depth, the water pressure is equal to that of 10 atmospheres. 99% of the light at this depth has been absorbed by clear seawater. The pressure, lack of oxygen underwater, as well as the lack of light, has led the octopus to develop some unique adaptations to this environment. Due to the lack of oxygen available in aquatic environments, the circulatory and respiratory system of the Octopus vulgaris has adapted to maximize the oxygen available to the organism for cellular respiration. One such adaptation is the 3-heart circulatory system. The common octopus has 3 hearts, all located close to each other in the mantle, which is right behind the head of the octopus, as seen in Figure 2. Notice that there exists a systemic heart and 2 branchial hearts. As seen in Figure 3, the systemic heart connects to the aorta and the efferent branchial vessels. There are valves at the ends of the branchial vessels that close upon the contractions of the systemic heart. The branchial hearts are located on either side of the systemic heart. They receive blood from the vena cava, which splits into 2 parts, then feeds into the branchial hearts, and output it to the afferent branchial vessels that lead to the gills. The branchial hearts pump deoxygenated blood received from the vena cava to the gills, which are the site of gas exchange. The newly oxygenated blood is fed into the systemic heart. Then, the systemic heart is responsible for pumping this newly oxygenated blood into the rest of the octopus's body. The octopus's 3-heart structure is thought to be related to the fact that they use a different protein to carry oxygen in their blood, called hemokyanin. This protein is larger and more complex than hemoglobin, but is much more efficient at carrying oxygen in underwater environments due to its free-floating nature. A webpage written by Corinne Klein explains that the trade-off of using this protein is that it makes their blood thicker and harder to move around. Therefore, the 3 hearts are required for the octopus to transport this thicker blood to the gills and around the body with greater force and speed, by having the movement of blood performed at regular intervals by different hearts rather than one extremely forceful heart. This also explains why the 3 hearts are so close to each other, as well as the gills and other internal organs, in order to minimize the distance required to travel to oxygenate the blood. There are 2 branchial hearts to match the 2 gills, which also minimizes the distance the thick blood needs to travel. The valves in the systemic heart ensure that all the oxygenated blood is going to the body systems that need it, rather than back to the branchial hearts, also minimizing distance and effort. If the octopus only had 1 heart, this blood would have to travel much further and slower to get to the places it needs, and all the cells in the octopus's body would not get the oxygen fast enough for optimal cellular respiration to occur. Octopus is a traditional food in East Asia and other parts of the world. As shown in Figure 4, there has been a general upward trend in the amount of octopuses caught in the period of time between 1955 and 2012, according to many papers. In East Asia, eating live octopus is a traditional delicacy that's enjoyed by many. Overall, octopuses don't interact much with humans outside of a food setting and for human viewing pleasure. The Octopus vulgaris is overall a mysterious creature with many interesting aspects.